talking about Diamond DeShields, the redshirt junior. She is doing fine after she took a knock in the head in a collision against Alabama a couple of games ago. And when these two teams first met, Diamond had herself quite a game.
She did. 25 points, 9 rebounds. She was 13 of 15 from the free throw line. And what that tells me is she was attacking the basket. And that's what they're going to need again tonight. That's what Kentucky did. And that's how Kentucky basically beat Mississippi State. They attacked the basket from all 5 spots on the floor.
And these two teams did not meet a couple of weeks ago. It seems like it, though. It was January 8th in Knoxville. And Tennessee fell 74-64 in a game, though, that was a lot closer than that 10-point advantage at the end would indicate. And we are underway in Starkville. Not the cleanest of tips. China Napier, Mai Forsberg, Kevin Pethel, our officials today. And Mississippi State in their home white, taking on Tennessee. And Dominic Dillingham going to send the ball in. One of the seniors who were honored before the start of the game, and some of them got really emotional, so we'll keep an eye to see how they react as they come out. Vivian's terrific start on the William assist.
Tremendous play to start this game. A little back screen for Victoria Vivian's wide open.
Vivian's leading this team in scoring, 5th in the SEC at just over 17 per game. Jordan Reynolds running the point for Tennessee. And point has been not the deepest position on this team. The starters go a lot of minutes for Holly Warlick. The ball stays with Tennessee. DeShields inbounds with 12 seconds on the shot clock. Mercedes Russell has had a terrific redshirt junior year. DeShields uses the screen, finds a little room, and buries it.
That's her sweet spot. When she has that pull-up jumper at the free throw line, she hits that shot about 90% of the time. Really nice job utilizing the screen from Mercedes Russell.
Morgan Williams, the smallest player on the court. Okori with the rebound. Okori, a senior from Nigeria, who has had a spectacular career, only started playing basketball when she was 16. Dillingham goes behind the back, and there's a touch foul on the perimeter on Middleton. Alexa Middleton into the starting lineup, has seen her minutes increase. In the last 4 games, her offense has picked up.
And her defense has picked up. After the last game, the Florida game, came down to the wire. She helped get a big stop. She said, I think that's the best defense I've played in my entire life. Coach Holly Warlick said, well, can we have some more of that?
Yes. Nice. Yeah, hoping it's just the tip of the iceberg. Holly Warlick in her 5th season in charge of this program, 32nd overall on this staff, working and playing for the legendary Pat Summitt before that. 3 SEC titles. And they are trying to get in a top 4 spot to get the all-important double bye in the SEC tournament. Vivian's off the mark. And Holly Warlick makes a nice catch on the sideline. The ball goes over to Tennessee. Vic Schaefer. What can you say about this guy in his 5th year here, his 4th straight 20-win season? That has never happened before in the history of this program. And they are trying to get, and will indeed get, to their 3rd straight NCAA tournament, something else the Bulldogs have never done.
Yeah, and this year they're looking at a #1 seed right now. So they're learning, and we saw him in the Open talking about they're learning how to play with these expectations that they've built because they've been so good.
They had a chance at Kentucky 3 days ago to clinch the regular season championship and fell short in overtime. Middleton, we just spoke about her, got it into Nard, who's fouled.
And that's where Middleton has just really grown her game. Used to be exclusively a 3-point shooter. Now you see her taking the ball to the basket, finding the open Nard. Great decision with the basketball. Middleton, she's been averaging 15 points a game over their last 4 games, and she's 10 for 25 from the 3-point line. So really elevating her game at the right time for Tennessee.
She has been called the X Factor today by her head coach. She is a junior from Murfreesboro, making her 10th start of the year. Here's Jamie Nard. She has made a giant leap from her sophomore to junior season.
And I think this is big for Nard to get a couple of easy shots early from the free throw line, because she was 2 for 10 in their last game, so hasn't been playing particularly well.
That was a 74-70 win against Florida on Thursday. A game that was a lot closer than a lot of people expected. Look at the movement by this Mississippi State offense.
Well, nice job. They're running their dribble weave. Diamond DeShields is on Victoria Vivians. She's basically face guarding her. But when Vivians comes off of that weave, she's going downhill and right to the basket.
Middleton able to get a nice reverse lay-in for her first basket. Tennessee up by 2. Dillingham just left it a little bit short. And now Jordan Reynolds looks up court. Mississippi State known for its defense. And one and done for Tennessee on that possession. Senior class has won 104 games. That is the most of any senior class in Mississippi State history, but they want to go deep into March. Dillingham, terrific catch just to save it. Got a woo from the crowd here. Okori just off the iron.
And we've seen Okori, we've seen Dillingham miss shots early that they normally hit. And you just wonder, is that a sign of the emotion of senior night?
And Okori, that's, by the way, Middleton's just picked up her second, so that's big for Tennessee. And Okori was probably the most emotional, wouldn't you say, during the pregame ceremony?
Other than myself, because
yeah, you were a mess.
When they were thanking the crowd and they were crying on the video screen, I was crying as well.
But Okori is a kid from Nigeria who has not seen her family for 6 years. Can you imagine?
I just couldn't believe that. 6 years without seeing your family. I mean, that takes great courage.
Mimi Jackson checking in to play guard now that Middleton's on the bench with 2 fouls. Just got the rebound for the Lady Vols. Mimi made 19 starts this year, seen her minutes diminishing as she's coming off the bench. Nard gets doubled. DeShields, good ball movement. Reynolds can't finish the deal. Dillingham has it cup out, and Richardson with an aggressive box out by Jackson. The fans here want a foul, but none is coming.
Really nice job by the officials to step in and help one another out.
So the ball will be inbounded by Morgan William, who is listed at 5'5". I don't know what the 5'5" stands for, but it's not 5 feet 5 inches.
No, I'd say about 5'2" on a very good day. In
boy,
heels.
But what a terrific addition she has been. A junior from Birmingham, Alabama. Third in the SEC in assists, second in SEC only games behind Texas A&M.
Curtis Knox, who's leading the nation in assists.
Almost 10 a game. What a great senior year, a first-year starter. William giving it up. Richardson can't finish. Mississippi State just 2 of 9 from the floor to start it. 2 of 10. They've had quite a few go in and cup out.
They're getting great looks. So I think the emotions right now are playing a part, and I expect them to settle in very quickly.
Jordan Reynolds, nope. And here comes Vivians. The most points ever scored by a Mississippi high school basketball player. Yet she wasn't really a top recruit. Didn't play a lot of AAU, which is unbelievable because she's really good.
She's spectacular, and she loves, and we'll see her tonight, she loves to take that deep three. I like that she's penetrating early, forcing action a little bit, because sometimes she tends to settle for that three.
She scored over 5,700 points in high school. From Carthage, Mississippi. DeShields gives it up.
That's a Dillingham's great defense.
A little bit too much of a tricky bounce pass by William. Nard gives it over to Jackson, who finishes on the fly.
And I'm watching Vic Schaefer. He was upset with Morgan Williams with her turnovers during shoot-around today, and he said, I got plenty of guards I can put in. And after she turned that ball over, we see Jasmine Holmes run right up to the scorer's
So
table.
he is a man of his word. He is going to put in one of his guards. Richardson getting close and missing. Mississippi State off to a very frigid start. Timeout on the floor. Tennessee with the 4-point lead. When we come back, it is senior day in Starkville. And we'll take a look. Gail's going to cry again.
A pizza family never cuts corners. We only cut prices. Get a 2-topping pan or large pizza from Papa John's, just $9.99. That's a 2-topping pan or large pizza, only $9.99.
We're more than a pizza company. We're a pizza family. Papa John's.
On the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again. On the road again. Like a band of gypsies, we go down the highway.
No matter which Passat you choose, you get more standard features for less than you expected. Hurry in and you can lease this 2017 Passat S for just $199 a month, plus a $500 President's Day bonus.
Nailed it.
State Farm knows that for every one of those moments, there's one of these.
Nailed it.
Talk to an agent for help combining a home and auto into a plan that's right for you. Here to help life go right. State Farm.
What to consider when considering home security?
Our neighbors down the street were robbed. It got me thinking. The only thing standing between my family and an uncertain world is 1.5 inches of wood. Considering everything I care about is behind this door, I want the best protection I can get in front of it. ADT.
For over 140 years, more people have chosen ADT to help stop crime. Get ADT starting at just $28.99.
Tested, trusted, proven. ADT.
There's nothing more important to me than my vacation. So when I need to book a hotel, I want someone who makes it easy to find what I want. Booking.com gets it, and with the Book Now, Pay Later feature, I don't have to pay for anything when I book. Come on, Gary!
Your vacation is very important. That's why Booking.com makes finding the right hotel for the right price easy. Visit Booking.com now to find out why we're booking.yeah.
If you love this game, stand for it. Stand with the superstars, the rising stars. Stand with pride in your city and pride in your league. Stand as one. MLS is back March 3rd.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Papa John's. 2-topping large or pan pizza, just $9.99. And the 2017 Volkswagen Passat.
Scenes from the senior day ceremony that happened about 15 minutes before we came on the air. Vic Schaefer, the head coach, he was crying. We saw a lot of tears there, but a lot of good things from these 4 young ladies.
Well, a lot of smiles right now because you look at what those 4 have done. And Vic Schaefer, this was his first recruiting class. You always, I can tell you, feel closest to your first recruiting class because they're willing to take a chance on you and trust you. And Dominique said, yeah, they trusted me as much as I trusted them. I owe them everything. And it's just, there's always a bond that you will always have with that first class.
Chinwe Okori on the bench right now. She was very emotional. And perhaps, as Mississippi State, by the way, has missed its last 8 shots, you were a head coach. Senior day is very emotional, and sometimes you can see reactions like this.
Yes, you never knew. Usually my seniors were going to play either really great or they were going to be awful because they were so emotional. So it can work for you or it can work against you. That's when you need to rely on your teammates, and that's why we always talked about you others need to help win this game for the seniors.
Mercedes Russell could not handle the rebound. Tiara McCowan, number 15 in white, has checked in for Chinwe Okori, and a 6'7" sophomore center that you really like.
Oh my goodness, she has improved so much. She's averaging 13 points, 12.5 rebounds over the last 4 games. She had 14 points, 9 boards the last time these 2 teams played.
But she put it on the deck, and Mimi Jackson snuck in to grab it. Alternate possession sends it over to the Lady Vols.
And that's the area I would say she still needs to improve upon. She loves it. I call it a comfort dribble. There's no reason for it. You just, as soon as you get it, put it down. Tennessee did a nice job swarming.
And now we see some full court pressure from Mississippi State. Blair Schaefer, the coach's kid. Number 1 has checked in. She is a long-range shooter, also is known for taking charges. Tennessee up by 4. Tennessee has only hit one of its last 5 shots. And Mississippi State in a drought. Nard gets fouled, and that's on Dillingham.
And that's her second foul. And she got into foul trouble in their last game, ended up fouling out against Kentucky. And Nard very smartly takes the ball right to the rim. Dillingham not set.
Dillingham telling us that she was not highly recruited out of Spring, Texas, as Nard goes to the line. And Dom was over there by the bench because she knew she was coming out. And in comes Rashunda Johnson, redshirt junior, transfer from Oklahoma State, playing her first season in Starkville.
And that's the beauty of Vic Schaefer's team. He has probably more depth than anybody in the conference. That's what allows him to play the full court pressing, fast-paced game for 40 minutes.
And you just saw there that both of these teams have not shot the ball well. That will help. The drought is over. Brianna Richardson, who already has her degree, graduated in 3.5 years, gets the bucket. Russell does a good job to not officially walk.
And that's a great job. Mercedes Russell, I said she has great hands and she has great feet. That's what's going to make her an excellent pro.
Tennessee now with a half a dozen fast break points. Outside shot, and another one that just won't stay down for Richardson. Tennessee won the first 36 games in this series. Mississippi State finally won its first game last year against the Lady Vols, and now they've won 3 straight. 0-36.
And now 3-0. So the tide has turned for them. They have the confidence that it takes to beat great teams.
And a whistle with 5 seconds left on the shot clock against Mississippi State. And it's Rashunda Johnson who picks it up. The backup guard. Diamond DeShields to inbound. Diamond has 2 of Tennessee's 12 points. Just got it in, and William was able to get a hand on it.
That pass looked like a wounded duck.
It was fluttering. Inside to Nard, who got around to the other side of the basket but couldn't put it home. Rebound from McCowan. One of the best players coming off the bench in the SEC this season. Victoria Vivians is not in the game. Blair Schaefer hit the deck. We'll see her on the floor a lot. And it got tipped in. Give the
Diamond
credit.
DeShields might have tipped that in.
I think Richardson's going to get credit for it. And the lead is trimmed to 4. Here's Nard. Buries the 3.
Give credit to Diamond DeShields. Excellent little hesitation, finding her teammates. I like the game that Diamond is playing right now. She isn't forcing action. She's utilizing all of her teammates. She's letting the game come to her.
Nard has 7 of Tennessee's 15 points, and she took it away. Make it 9. Jamie Nard, you mentioned it, that she had not been shooting the ball well in her last couple of games, but she's come out like gangbusters here.
And Morgan William, another turnover, very uncharacteristic for her. She's one of the best in the SEC at assist-to-turnover ratio.
Nard again able to get the miss. And the ball goes out of bounds. Tana Napier says it belongs to Mississippi State. Jasmine Holmes comes in for Williams, so yet another guard coming in for Vic Schaefer.
Yeah, Morgan William, they're going to need her to feel good to win this game because Morgan William, she's their leader out on the floor. 5.5 assists, second in the SEC in assisted turnover ratio at a 3-to-1 ratio. So for her to have 2 early turnovers is very uncharacteristic.
Morgan averaging 10 points a game has not scored either. Holmes, who just came in, put one up. Mississippi State down 17-8. And they're going to get a foul for Richardson. The fans here wanted a held ball call. That is the first on Brianna.
Well, nice job. And then I thought it was a travel, and then I actually thought it was a held ball as well.
And it was none of the above, according to the officiating crew. Here's Diamond. Big Monday presented by eBay continues tomorrow on ESPN with the men's doubleheader at 7 Eastern. It's North Carolina and Justin Jackson going to beautiful Charlottesville to take on UVA. Then at 9 Eastern, it's Oklahoma at Kansas. Both games stream live on the ESPN app and watch ESPN. Diamond gets them both. And how about this, Gail? A 10-point advantage for Tennessee. Only 8 points for Mississippi State. Shot clock is off.
Well, I'm looking for them to run a little pin down. You can see they're going to set a screen on the ball, but I'd like to run a pin down for Vivian's, get her a look.
Richardson, no. And Tennessee takes a 10-point lead after the first quarter of play. Jamie Nard with 9 points outscored Mississippi State all by herself.
Take breaks, I'm rebuilding. Blow up on the track, reinventing. Had to build it back, now I'm better.
Come and see our remodeled stores when you carry out large 3-topping pizzas for $7.99 each every day.
This is the Silverado Special Edition.
This is one gorgeous truck.
Oh, did I say there was only one special edition? Because actually there's 5.
Nice. Strength and style.
Which one's your favorite?
Come home with me.
It's Truck Month. Find your tag for an average total value over $11,000 on Chevy Silverado All-Star Editions when you finance through GM Financial. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Oh, Devour. So creamy. And the little sounds your crispy bacon makes drive me crazy. You naughty little...
Did you just spank your lunch?
Yeah.
Devour. Food you want to fork.
There's nothing more important to me than my vacation. So when I need to book a hotel, I want someone who makes it easy to find what I want. Booking.com gets it, and with the Book Now, Pay Later feature, I don't have to pay for anything when I book.
Come on, Gary!
Your vacation is very important. That's why Booking.com makes finding the right hotel for the right price easy. Visit Booking.com now to find out why we're booking.
'To err is human. To anticipate is the Lexus RX. With pedestrian detection, auto braking, and lane departure alert, standard. Experience another step closer to a safer world. Experience amazing.
A high-speed digital motor. Engineered for balance. Fast drying. A microprocessor to help prevent extreme heat damage and protect natural shine. While smooth air dries and styles at the same time. Dyson Supersonic, the hairdryer we thought.
Welcome back to Mississippi State. Let's take a look at some news and notes. Congratulations, Kelsey Plum. If you're going to break a record, doing it with 57 points is quite the way to do it. So Jackie Stiles, she passes her most points ever scored by a women's basketball player. Notre Dame now 4 for 4, 4 years in the ACC, 4 regular season championships. And Ohio State gets the #1 seed in the Big Ten tournament. Maryland has won the first couple of championships when they were in the, since they moved over from the ACC, but the Buckeyes beat them head-to-head on Big Monday. Jamie Nard with 9 points for Tennessee. Mississippi State in the first quarter shot 4 of 21. That's 19%, and it's just going down.
Yeah, and Tennessee had 6 points off of turnovers. And basically, Tennessee's beating Mississippi State right now at their own game.
Yeah, Mississippi State has not scored off of any turnovers. Their fast break points 8-0 UT. Tennessee has scored the last 6 points of this game. This is a terrific crowd. It's like a sellout crowd, maybe a record crowd on Senior Day. Inside to Russell, and she took a step. They got her for it. Mercedes Russell with a couple of points in the first quarter, excuse me. Nard had 9 to lead everybody. Richardson and Vivians, the only players to score for Mississippi State.
And you can see Diamond DeShields just really face guarding Vivians when she's on the weak side of the floor. She has no help responsibilities. And a nice job by Vic Schaefer. Get Vivians up in the middle of the free throw line, in the middle of the court. And there is no help side. She can go right to the basket.
Excuse me, Nard picks up her first foul, and that sends Victoria Vivians to the free throw line. In her career, she has played historically and scored well against Tennessee, but she missed that one. Super Tuesday presented by CenturyLink continues on ESPN with a doubleheader at 7 Eastern. Florida State goes into Durham to take on Duke, and then after that, SEC action, it's Vandy, Kentucky. Both games stream live on Watch ESPN and the ESPN app. Regular season, one more week to go over on the men's side. The women's regular season in most conferences wrapping up today. Championship week on the way. Jordan Reynolds knocks down a long 2.
And that's important because Jordan Reynolds, she is the point guard for this team. And when she's aggressive, they're so much better than when she's passive. You can just see the difference in the team when she stays aggressive.
Been a little bit inconsistent this year. That was an over and backcourt violation, 5th turnover.
And a nice job. Mississippi State, they're going under ball screens with Reynolds because she's not known to be an outside shooter. But a nice job getting her way into the paint. So she's got a 15-foot pull-up instead of a 17-foot pull-up.
Well, the Shields went right, the ball went left. And now the turnovers are 5 apiece. Holly Warlick looking on. Was a terrific point guard when she played at Tennessee for Pat Summitt.
All-American.
A little bit too much on a Corey shot, who is back in. The Shields pulled up, now doesn't know where to go with it. Nard bumps into a Corey, nothing called. Got her own rebound and dribbles out of trouble. DeShields, why not? So skilled is Diamond DeShields. Played her freshman year at North Carolina, where she was the ACC Rookie of the Year, and then transferred to Knoxville.
We talked to Diamond before the game, and I said, I feel like you've really improved your defense over the last 3 weeks in particular. Made more of a commitment to the defensive end. She said, I've been trying to tell people that. I am committed to defense. I said, okay. Coach Warlick said, I want her to be committed all the time, every game. But the fact that Coach Warlick put her on Victoria Vivians shows a lot of respect for her defense.
That shows that she believes in her, because Vivians is by far the most dangerous weapon. He takes the most shots by far on this team. Richardson, they have had a lot of shots that are perilously close to dropping in, just come off the rim.
And you can really see all 4 of the seniors have struggled.
And if you're just joining us, Senior Day, Senior Night here, and very emotional ceremony before the game.
It's gotten very sloppy.
Reynolds measured it up. Jordan Reynolds knocks down the 3, 26-9. Tennessee is steamrolling Mississippi State. The Bulldogs just took a timeout.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Nature made it delicious. We made it a snack. Chobani Flip.
Applebee's all-in burger meal deal for just $9.99. We're talking burger.
Fries.
Pepsi.
Prizes.
Like producer for a day with ESPN's Mike and Mike.
Get a burger, fries, and a Pepsi for just $9.99 at lunch, plus a shot at instant prizes.
Hi, I'm Paul, and I switched to Sprint. And right now, Sprint has this incredible deal on unlimited data, talk, and text.
Seriously?
Yup, it's the best unlimited plan ever, with lines for just $22.50 per month.
That's amazing.
That's 50% off Verizon's new unlimited plan. Can you hear that?
Switch to Sprint and get unlimited data, talk, and text. Plus, get HD video and 10 gigabytes of mobile hotspot. All for just $22.50 per month per line for 4 lines. That's 50% off Verizon and AT&T rates.
Known for its perfect storm of tiny bubbles, it has long been called the champagne of beers.
If you've got the time,
Welcome to the High Life.
we've got the beer, Miller Beer.
There's nothing more important to me than my vacation. So when I need to book a hotel, I want someone who makes it easy to find what I want. Booking.com gets it, and with the Book Now, Pay Later feature, I don't have to pay for anything when I book.
Come on, Gary!
Your vacation is very important. That's why Booking.com makes finding the right hotel for the right price easy. Visit Booking.com now to find out why we're booking.yeah.
Alongside Rebecca Lobo and Andy Landers, I am Doug Kazarian. Coming up on the Land Rover Halftime Report, a lot of teams playing their final regular season game today. Conference championships clinched as well, something you know a little thing or two about.
Well, it's an exciting time. Probably more exciting if you have a team that you don't think can win a national championship because you've done something big. You've got the conference championship in your pocket. But if you have a team that's going to play for the national championship, you want to downplay it a little bit. Notre Dame, Ohio State, Maryland, South Carolina, a lot of people have won or shared championships. Excited for all of them.
I'll have a chance to talk at the half.
All right. Coach hogging the ball here. We'll do that. And Kelsey Plum, we spoke with her today. All that and much more on the Land Rover Halftime Report.
Thank you, Doug. And we do look forward to hearing something from Rebecca. The Women's Championship Sunday. Can you believe it? It's a week from today. And ACC Championship, Notre Dame just clinched another regular season. We will be in Greenville for the SEC Championship. UConn's going to win the American. Big Ten Championship, Maryland and Ohio State, the top 2 teams there. And boy, it'd be fun to see Kelsey Plum in Washington and all that coming up. ESPN, your exclusive home of the NCAA Championship, a week from Sunday. But basically, turn on your TV and just sit there.
Best time of the year.
Yep. And Victoria Vivians gets some much-needed points. She has 7 of their 11 points.
And that was an excellent call from Vic Schaefer. Got her up at the top of the key again. Cleared out the entire right side. Let her go one-on-one.
UConn going to play South Florida tomorrow night on ESPN2. The only unbeaten team. The Gonzaga men lost their first game yesterday to BYU. Amy Jackson, nothing doing. And this crowd, they're trying to get them into it. Vivian's off balance, at least drew the foul.
And if there's one player in the nation that can score a lot of points very quickly, besides Kelsey Plum, it's Victoria Vivians.
Second foul on Mimi Jackson. Victoria Vivians has 10 20-point games this year, 7 of them coming in the SEC. A high-volume shooter.
Well, she is, and that's the area she really needs to improve upon is her shot selection, because it forces her to shoot a very low percentage, under 40% every year of her career.
She is right at 38% coming into this game, and that's just going down. 1 of 2 from the line. Shaquila Nunn, number 4, has checked in for Tennessee. She had 5 starts on the season. And she's working down low against Katera Chappell. DeShields against Dillingham, got by her, and then left it short, but Jamie Nard, boy, she's all over the place.
And really smart by DeShields. She probably should have taken it a little further. She's got Dillingham on her. Dillingham has 2 fouls. Go right at her.
First one on Morgan Williams. Corey goes out, and McCowan is back in to man the post for Mississippi State.
And I post up Diamond DeShields right now. Not only does she have the size advantage on Dillingham, but Dillingham has 2 fouls. And Tennessee has a set where they dive DeShields in and she posts up.
Instead, she's way out over on the wing. On the other side, Reynolds. Jordan Reynolds has thrown down a couple of threes tonight. Mississippi State has yet to hit one from beyond the arc, 0 for 6. They don't hit a lot of them on average, just in the middle of the pack in the SEC, but 0 for is not working.
In Tennessee, they're switching on screens and really staying connected and communicating the way you need to defensively.
Jordan Reynolds unable to finish. Vivians goes around McCowan, puts up a tough shot. And now on the break, Reynolds steps around Vivians and puts it in.
That's when you know you're feeling it, when you do a Euro step and finish with your left hand.
Reynolds into double figures. Vivians, some clear space on the baseline.
And that's what you do when teams are switching on screens. Fake like you're going to use the screen, which Vivian did, and then go back door. It's wide open.
So Vivians with 10 of Mississippi State's 14 points. Reynolds inside. Russell turned, and Jamie Nard almost got another rebound. Very active, the junior from Portland. Played AAU ball with both Russell and Reynolds out in Oregon.
And Vivians, you know, she's trying to ignite this team, really attacking the basket. And here you see she faked out, backdoor cut. There's no help side. Good read. They need more backdoor cuts.
Vivians has gone over to the bench where Vic Schaefer gave her a little piece of advice. Blair Schaefer in. McGowan with the miss, Nunn with the rebound.
And Tierra doesn't need to turn around and fade on that shot. She needs to be aggressive, assertive, and go to the basket.
Tennessee out rebounding Mississippi State by 5 now. DeShields, a terrific athlete, hit the side of the backboard.
And she had Blair Schaefer on her, so she need, again, go to the basket.
And it's all Vivians and Richardson. Vivians with 10 of the 14. So only 2 players have scored for Mississippi State. And this is a team that averages 76 points a game. They are first in the SEC in scoring margin, but they are struggling, to say the least. A shocking score here of 31-14.
And you feel like Mississippi State, they've got a run in them before halftime. There's 3 minutes left. Get a little run going. Feel better about yourself going into halftime.
And give yourself a fighting chance, right? At least get close.
Well, with the way they press and run, they can come back. It doesn't matter what the score is, but they've got to start the comeback now.
Blair Schaefer had 9 points, hit 3 threes the first time these two teams played last month. The Shields floater, she got her own miss. Reynolds misses from the outside. Good box out that time to allow Schaefer to sneak in and get the rebound. Remember, Vivians is not on the floor for Mississippi State, but her offense has to come from somewhere else. William, the lane cleared out, just can't hit it. So just under 2 minutes to go in the first half. And the ball in Morgan Williams' hands. William has not scored.
And look for them to run a double screen for Schaefer, get Schaefer coming. And here she comes off of the elevator screen up top, trying to get her an open look at a three.
None is on her. None has the height advantage. And a steal. DeShields forced it. DeShields on Schaefer. Nard left wide open. And she took advantage. And a timeout on the floor taken by Tennessee, leading at 34-16 with $1:25 left to go in the first half. Vic Schaefer has a lot of stuff to straighten out.
Sure, the BMW X3 can blast over snowy mountains, kick up dust trails in the desert, or wade through oceans of mud. But with looks like these, sometimes you just want to keep it clean. And there's nothing wrong with that. We only make one thing, the ultimate driving machine. Lease a BMW X3 for as low as $409 a month.
Welcome back to Starkville, Mississippi. Pam Ward and birthday girl Gail Gestencourt is joining you. And Jordan Reynolds has had a nifty first half offensively, already with 10 points, which is 3 over her season average. And yes, it's a 34-16 Tennessee lead.
And again, without Vivians in there, Dillingham's going to try to score. Good job drawing contact because she's having trouble finishing, so trying to get to that free throw line, but they don't have a lot of big scorers out there right now.
Jordan Reynolds sending Dillingham to the free throw line. We had a nice conversation with Dominique before the game, one of the seniors who was honored for her terrific 4 years. Tonight at 11 Eastern, we remind you to wrap up your weekend with John Butchergross, Steve Levy, and Sports Center. They will have everything. The Daytona 500 was run today. A lot of college basketball, spring training underway. Sports Center at night on ESPN, streams live on the ESPN app, and watch ESPN. And the regular season, most women's basketball conferences winding down. Dillingham heading out.
And
Shonda Johnson, coming in.
We watched her press conference after they lost to Kentucky, and I said, you just looked devastated. I said, what was going through your mind? She goes, you know, I was feeling like when your dog dies, that's how it felt when we lost to Kentucky. I mean, they worked so hard to try to get to this position.
And remember, had they won at Kentucky, they would have clinched the SEC regular season championship, at least a share of it. And this is a second chance to do that. And they are falling flat. They're being doubled up, more than doubled up, with Russell's finish.
Yeah, Morgan William got stuck down low, transition defense on Mercedes Russell. Nice job by Tennessee getting it inside, but where's the defense? Tara McCowan needs to get her tail end down there.
And this Mississippi State team is one of the better defensive teams. They only give up about 54 points per game, and that's a nice finish for Johnson. Foul that puts Mississippi State in the bonus, but just 15 seconds left to go. Johnson spent a couple of years at Oklahoma State. Sat out last year after the transfer. Pressure from Mississippi State. See what Tennessee can do with what should be the last possession of the half.
And it'll be a high middle ball screen with Mercedes Russell.
Nard, a little bit too strong. Rebound ripped away by William. And Morgan William left it just a little bit short. Mississippi State down 16 points as they head into the locker room. It has been over a year since Mississippi State has lost back-to-back games. They lost to Kentucky and Lexington on Thursday, and they need a big comeback to win this one. Time to send it back to the studio. Doug, Rebecca, say something, and Andy.
Pam, thank you. We'll let Rebecca talk in this halftime report. Landover halftime report. Obviously, Mississippi State fans keeping a close eye on this one. Senior Day in Columbia, South Carolina, trying to clinch at least a share of the conference title. Asia Wilson, and then a senior, Elena Coates.
Yeah, first you had Coates to Wilson, then Wilson to Coates. We've come to hear those two names together a lot over the last couple of years.
More from the duo as they combine to shoot 15 of 22 from the field, combining for 38 and 19. Take care of Kentucky in a nice top 25 matchup, so they clinch at least a share. Other teams finishing up their regular season. Notre Dame, fourth straight outright ACC title. Ohio State and Maryland will share the honors in the Big Ten. Buckeyes get the tiebreaker and the 1 seed in the conference tournament because they won the head-to-head. And how about Oregon State? 3 straight conference titles in the Pac-12, dealing with all those other teams like Kelsey Plum and Washington. You'll hear from Kelsey coming up momentarily. But, Coach, you know, they're keeping an eye on this game, and here we have Mississippi State, which is one of the last undefeateds earlier this season, maybe looking at back-to-back losses here.
Well, they're going to have to do something. They're going to have to make some adjustments at halftime with Tennessee. Tennessee has defended well, and South Carolina, who pride themselves on their defense, they've struggled defensively, and the matchups are really pretty good, so I don't understand the struggles.
I think the biggest thing is you talk about Tennessee's defense. This is a Mississippi State team that averages 76 points a game. They only have 20 in this first half. But for Tennessee, they've played with real nice pace on both ends of the floor. Second to last possession, Diamond DeShields comes down and passed up a wide open three, got the ball back. Nice inside pass to Mercedes Russell. So Tennessee fans have a lot to be happy about right now. And I just want to point out that graphic. I know they didn't clinch today, but UConn has also won the American regular season conference championship.
They clinched it
in case anyone didn't know that.
Clinched it in December?
Something like that.
Which is why I talked long in the last clip. I was trying to keep her out.
You're boxing out. You're boxing out, but you got the loose ball.
I'm going to run with it.
It's good to have you both talking. Now, straight ahead on the Land Rover halftime report, Kelsey Plum. She certainly shined on Senior Day yesterday. You'll hear from her as she joined us earlier today.
This halftime report is presented by Land Rover, above and beyond.
Here's to all of you early risers, go-getters, and should-be sleepers from all of us at Delta. Because the ones who truly change the world are the ones who can't wait to get out in it.
State Farm knows that for every one of those moments, there's one of these.
You crashed the glass and you own the paint?
Yeah.
Talk to an agent for help combining your home and auto into a plan that's right for you. Here to help life go right. State Farm.
Our fans have shown us a lot of love, and we want to return the favor. With Domino's Piece of the Pie Rewards, you can earn free pizza a chance at Domino's stock, or $10,000 in store profits. Learn more at Domino's.com.
There's nothing more important to me than my vacation. So when I need to book a hotel room, I want someone that makes it easy to find what I want.
Hello. Booking.com gets it. They offer free cancellation in case I decide to go from kid-friendly to kid-free.
Now I can start relaxing even before the vacation begins.
Your vacation is very important. That's why Booking.com makes finding the right hotel for the right price easy. Visit Booking.com now to find out why we're Booking.yeah.
The stage in all its stillness. The peace around the pressure. The whisper before the thunder. It's nature's arena, and within it, there are moments born from silence and remembered in echoes. These are more than cheers. These are the roars, and they tell the story at the Masters.
Here's your chance to enjoy HBO and Cinemax anytime or anywhere you go with DirecTV for only $15.99 a month for 12 months with this limited time offer. Experience the latest movies and the most talked about current and classic series. You'll get unlimited access to a huge library of the best entertainment. Take DirecTV with you anywhere you go or watch at home on demand. Get HBO and Cinemax from DirecTV for only $15.99 a month for 12 months. Call 1-800-531-5000 today.
What I love most about Tempur-Pedic mattresses is that they contour to your body. It keeps us comfortable and asleep at night.
Save up to $500 on a new Tempur-Pedic now through February 26. Get your Tempur-Pedic today, the most highly recommended bed in America.
I'm back. Get to the chopper. Hasta la vista, baby.
Mobile Strike. Download and play now, free from the App Store.
You're watching the Land Rover Halftime Report.
And it's all about Kelsey Plum to see how close Kelsey can get to the national scoring record. Kelsey Plum, oh baby.
And she is absolutely on fire.
Kelsey, oh my goodness. Ladies and gents, you are looking at the #1 scorer in women's D1 college basketball, Kelsey Plum.
What more can you say about Kelsey Plum? What a performance on Senior Day last night. A career high and Pac-12 record, 57 points. We knew it would happen. We just weren't sure exactly when. Well, she did it in front of the home crowd, passing Jackie Stiles, and Kelsey was last enough to join us earlier today.
You score so many points. You're so consistent. You do it all the time. How do you know when you're hot?
Well, I always joke with Coach that I wake up hot. But seriously, I think that as a shooter and as a scorer, you have to have a mentality that I've missed 10 shots maybe, but I'm still hot and I'm still coming for you. And you know, maybe that third quarter wasn't so good to me, but the fourth quarter will be. So I feel that the next possession, the next play, I'm always hot and it's coming. Whether it hasn't come yet or it came and went away, it's always coming.
Well, you were pretty efficient, 19 of 28, and it caught the attention of many famous basketball names. What did that feel like for you to see your Twitter timeline blow up with some of the biggest names in all of basketball?
Oh, gosh, I was just stunned. The support and how cool it was to see that. I mean, you know, you grow up watching all those people. You grow up watching Kobe Bryant, listening to Dick Vitale, watching James Harden, and, you know, Sue gets to come to some of my games here, and it's been amazing. It's been a dream come true for somebody that's, you know, grown up playing basketball, and that's just everything that all the work in that moment feels like it paid off.
On the screen, we've gotten a chance to see some of the tweets from some of those people. You've also mentioned getting marriage proposals via Twitter. What is one of the craziest fan experiences that you've had throughout the course of this?
Ooh, I think maybe the craziest one was when we played Stanford here and Russell Wilson and Sierra came to the game. You know, I've had security by me, and they took my security and they gave it to Russell Wilson. I was just laughing because obviously, he needs it more than I do. But it's just been a whirlwind, and I'm just very grateful for it because women's basketball, if we can get some attention on the mainstream media, it's been a good thing.
Did you mentally think, this is the day, I'm just going to go out, do this, finish it in front of friends, family, everybody? Did you have that thought before this game?
Honestly, not at all. I actually woke up feeling pretty under the weather. You can still kind of hear me now, but I woke up and I said, I'm just going to try to get through this senior day and enjoy it. And then as the game started to go along, I just kind of felt good, fell in a rhythm. And then in the third quarter, Chantel got fouled out. And I was like, uh-oh, that means I got to stay super aggressive. And Utah was a pretty close game, and we were only up 10. And they kept making threes and making a run, and so I just stayed aggressive. And I was just kind of glad that, with all due respect, that we got it out of the way, too, on senior night and everything, so we could just focus on the postseason and enjoy winning basketball games.
Yeah, she said she was so under the weather, she was eating applesauce and some timeouts. I mean, it makes sense. She is in the state of Washington. It's not just Kelsey Plum, though. Chantel Osahor, fellow lefty, fellow senior for the Huskies, leads the country in rebounding. They are the first tandem, men's or women's college basketball, to lead both the country in scoring and rebounding. We've seen some players, individuals do both, but never a tandem on the same team. So congratulations to both of them. What a season, what a career they've had for the Huskies. Jamie Nard, three-pointer. Tennessee in control, maybe spoiling Mississippi State's chance at a conference title. This has been the Land Rover Halftime Report.
This halftime report is presented by Land Rover, above and beyond.
There's nothing more important to me than my vacation. So when I need to book a hotel, I want someone who makes it easy to find what I want. Booking.com gets it, and with the Book Now, Pay Later feature, I don't have to pay for anything when I book. Come on, Gary!
Your vacation is very important. That's why Booking.com makes finding the right hotel for the right price easy. Visit Booking.com now to find out why we're booking. Yeah.
So tell us your big idea for getting the whole country booking on ChoiceHotels.com.
4 words. Bada book, bada boom. Let it sink in.
Shouldn't we say we have the lowest price?
Nope. Bada book, bada boom.
Have you ever stayed with Choice Hotels, like at a Comfort Inn?
Yep. Free waffles. Can't go wrong.
I like it.
Promote that guy.
Get the lowest price on our rooms, guaranteed. When you book direct at ChoiceHotels.com. Book now.
Here's to all of you early risers, go-getters, and should-be sleepers from all of us at Delta. Because the ones who truly change the world are the ones who can't wait to get out in it.
Because footlongs are the limousines of hot dogs. We're celebrating footlongs limo style.
That's right.
Man.
That's cool. I understand that they're really awesome and worth celebrating, but I wish we were in a limo. We're just sitting in the back of my car with a limo driver in the front.
Oh, he's not a limo driver.
Who is he?
I don't know. I thought you knew him.
No, I don't know him.
Cool. Mystery.
Pair of footlong quarter-pound Chicago dog or any of our 4 flavors with tots for just $3.99. And don't forget drinks are half price during happy hour every day. This is how you Sonic.
You inherit lots of traits from your family. My ancestor, Lady Eleanor, made it big in textiles. My great-grandfather, Bernard, wrote existential poetry. And Uncle John was an explorer. I inherited their can-do spirit and their double chin. Now I'm going to do something about it.
Kybella is the first of its kind injectable treatment that destroys fat under the chin, leaving an improved profile. Kybella is an FDA-approved non-surgical treatment for adults with a moderate amount of fullness, or a bit more. Don't receive Kybella if you have an infection in the treatment area. Kybella can cause nerve injury in the jaw, resulting in an uneven smile, or facial muscle weakness and trouble swallowing. Tell your doctor about all medical conditions, including if you have had or plan to have surgery or cosmetic treatments on your face, neck, or chin, have had or have medical conditions in or near your neck, or have bleeding problems. Tell your doctor about all medicines you take. The most common side effects are swelling, bruising, pain, numbness, redness, and areas of hardness in the treatment area. Save $100 on a treatment. Learn more at mykybella.com.
Welcome back to Starkville, Mississippi. You are watching the SEC on ESPN. Second half about to get underway. Mississippi State with a chance to share the regular season title with South Carolina, but they are down by 16 points to Tennessee after 20 minutes of play. Pam Ward along with Hall of Fame coach Gail Gestenkors. All right, Hall of Famer, what should Vic Schaefer, the head coach for Mississippi State, be saying to his team?
Yeah, I've been in these situations before, and it's tough. It's not about X's and O's. It's about the emotions and getting those emotions channeled in the right direction. So you're talking about we got to be who we are, and who we are is a team that dominates with our defense. It's something you can always rely on. You might be off offensively sometimes, but your defense should always be there. They're not playing Mississippi State defense right now, so I'd pick up full court, I'd press, try and get some tips and steals, some easy buckets, and get back in the rhythm of who they are.
And let's take a look now at some of those statistics, as you might expect, heavily weighted towards Tennessee. What sticks out to you?
Well, it's the fast break points. 10 fast break points. Mississippi State, they usually turn people over. They've only forced 6 turnovers. They usually average 21, which allows them to get those fast break points. But then the assists as well. It's a lot of one-on-one. They're not sharing the ball, moving the ball, letting the game come to them.
Second straight game in which they have not forced a lot of turnovers. Kentucky only turned the ball over 9 times in their overtime win in Lexington on Thursday night. Mississippi State's second chance to clinch a share of the SEC championship, and they have scored the second fewest points in the first half all season. They scored 19 against Georgia on February 16th. Georgia only scored 21 in the first half, and that's not a good way to start if you're a Bulldog fan, as Nard hits the long 2. And they came back to win that game against Georgia, in which they only scored 19 points in the first half.
There are going to be times during the course of the season. I mean, these 2 months, and Vic Schaefer talked about it, SEC season, these 16 games are the toughest 2 months of his life. It is a war every single night, and there's going to be ups and downs. You're not going to be, especially with a team who's never been in this situation before, you're not always going to be consistent. And they've hit a lull these last few games. They won one at Georgia, really should have, it came down to the wire. They could have lost very easily. And then the Kentucky game, and now you see they're still not in their groove.
Remember, this team started 20-0. Now 27-2. The South Carolina and Kentucky losses. Dillingham with the miss. Senior day, they had a ceremony right before the game, and the seniors are not shooting the ball well at all.
No, they're now 2 for 14 from that senior class.
Dillingham averaging 7 a game, only has 1. Corey averaging almost 9 points a game, scoreless in the first half. That is some nice work. Jordan Reynolds doing it on the offensive end. She's only 2 points off her season high in scoring.
And you're just, right now, not feeling the energy I expected to feel for Mississippi State.
Vivian's nice hesitation to rid herself of DeShield's defense.
And you really feel like Vivian's is the only one who's in her comfort zone right now.
She has 12 of Mississippi State's 22 points. Capacity crowd here at Humphrey Coliseum. And they're going to get this right. There was a tip ball and good communication again. Mai Forsberg coming in.
Tennessee using that ball screen. Double tip.
You had to like that as a coach when they got together and got it right, but I would assume maybe there's some officials who didn't like to get second opinions.
Just like coaches.
Really.
And players.
Corey. Still nothing from the senior from Nigeria. Oh, that's pretty. But Nard could not get it home. 18-point advantage. Vivian's perhaps feeling she's got to do it right now because nobody else is.
She's putting this team on her shoulders right now.
The Shields streaking down. Yes, and count it. 3 on Dillingham.
Vic Schaefer is not believing it. And Dillingham sprinted down. It's close. She's outside the arc, but the question is, did she get there after Diamond had gone up for the shot? And it was very close.
And about 10,000 people disagree. Better angle.
It's close. If I'm in this environment, I'm probably going to call the charge. Nobody likes that call in this building.
3-point play for Diamond DeShields. Averaging just over 17 points per game. Higher average in SEC games. William found an open lane, and Morgan William has finally scored. Missed all 3 shots in the first half, was benched a couple of times, and another blocking call, this time against Vivians. That is only the first on Victoria. Reynolds out, Jackson in the backcourt for Tennessee.
And Diamond again, 3 fouls on Dillingham, go to the basket.
Middleton only had 2 points in the first half for Tennessee. Reach in by Corey, and they deflected away.
And their defense is picked up. This is the Morgan William we're used to seeing, attack in the basket.
Nard called for the foul. First, second.
William on the go. I didn't see the foul.
Morgan William from Birmingham, coming off a brilliant game at Kentucky. 20 points, 5 assists. Game that they lost. Vivians gets a rest.
Yeah, Morgan Williams, she had 21 points the last time these two teams played. 7 for 8 from the free throw line, so she got to the free throw line.
Corey out, McCowan in.
And I go into McCowan. She has not been a factor. She had a good game against Tennessee the last time they played. They need an inside-outside attack.
30 minutes off the bench in Knoxville. 9 rebounds, 14 points. They force another one.
And again, nice job. They're relying on their defense, which is going to help create their offense. Diamond, she has a tendency to just get loose with the ball.
And that was Richardson. There she is, who forced the turnover. And there are the turnovers. 4 already for Tennessee. Mississippi State's taking care of it so far in the third quarter. The Shields with the block. Tennessee basketball. This crowd is involved. DeShields with a huge height advantage over William.
And that's just too easy.
Better.
Good patience. She set a nice back screen for Mercedes Russell. Didn't get the lob, but then she's wide open.
Willingham, one of the better looks at the bucket. And that's her first field goal. Senior from Texas hits it. 15-point lead now. Timeout. We are taking it. Rick Schaefer huddling up.
Our fans have shown us a lot of love, and we want to return the favor. With Domino's Piece of the Pie rewards, you can earn free pizza, a chance at Domino's stock, or $10,000 in store profits. Learn more at Domino's.com.
On the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again. On the road again. Like a band of gypsies, we go down the highway.
No matter which Passat you choose, you get more standard features for less than you expected. Hurry in and you can lease this 2017 Passat S for just $199 a month, plus a $500 President's Day bonus.
Here's to all of you early risers, go-getters, and should-be sleepers from all of us at Delta. Because the ones who truly change the world are the ones who can't wait to get out in it.
This year, we've got 100 reasons for you to switch to Jackson Hewitt. Tell your old tax service to take a hike, and we'll pay you $100 to file with us. Plus, you'll get free IRS audit assistance. So maybe it's more like 101 reasons. Switch to Jackson Hewitt and get 100.
Great people set your company apart. HR's job is to help those great people do amazing things, which is why you need Namely, the HR platform employees love to use. Namely streamlines benefits, payroll, and time management across the entire company so you can focus on building a better workplace for everyone every day. Schedule a free demo today at namely.com. Namely, HR for humans.
This is what you woke up for. This is your Peloton. This is your instructor, Robin. Robin is not going to go easy on you. This is you attacking the hill, crushing the flats, climbing your way through the pack. This is how you make a better day for yourself and your family, here in your home. This is Peloton.
Welcome back. Tennessee's up 15. Gail Geston-Core is going to take us inside the play.
Yeah, and really Tennessee taking advantage of their size. You can see they're going to set Diamond DeShields is going to set a cross screen, although she really doesn't set a good one, but she does set a nice back screen here on Tierra McCowan. And what happens is her defensive player, Morgan Williams, has to help just a second, and that gets her the ball at the elbow. She is money at the elbow, especially when she's got that size advantage.
So not a great screen, but was it effective enough for Diamond?
Well, she scored, so I'll give it to her, but I would be pointing that out in film session tomorrow. It was 2 screens she was supposed to set, not just one.
Gail Geston-Core is here along with Pam Ward on this last day of the SEC regular season. Mississippi State at 13-2, trying to tie South Carolina for the regular season championship. South Carolina has wrapped up the #1 seed in the tournament, which starts on Wednesday, and Jamie Nard says, yes, I have a chance for a 3-point play. So much at stake as we head towards March.
And Mississippi State, they've got that #1 seed in the NCAA reveal. They want to have that #1 seed, so a loss here, they're going to have to come back and probably win that SEC tournament.
Tennessee looking towards NCAA seeding. They do not have a chance to get into the top 4 of the SEC. So they are not going to get a double bye in that tournament coming up. Mississippi State would not only be the first women's basketball team, but the first women's team, period, in Mississippi State history to win an SEC regular season championship. But they're 18 points down. They would have a share with South Carolina, but still counts as co-champions. The Shields, boy, she is just so talented.
And we've seen Tennessee play their best basketball in the big games. If they win this game, it'll be their 4th win over a top 10 team.
They've had some weird losses to go along with that. There's a foul, but Tennessee beat the other top 10 teams, Stanford, Notre Dame, South Carolina. The Shields just picked up the foul. That is her second. Let's take another timeout. There you see Tennessee doing well against the biggies. It's the littles that they have had some trouble with. Timeout at Starkville.
Golden Corral's Weekend Fresh Fire Grill continues to thrill with new sizzling seared scallops, salmon lemonada, new savory lemon rosemary sirloin, premium butterfly shrimp, and more. Dinner's just $13.99, only at Golden Corral.
Today, Unlimited gets the network it deserves. Verizon. Sorry. It's unlimited without compromising reliability on the largest, most advanced 4G LTE network in America. Sorry, last thing. It's just $45 per line. 45. And that is all the microphones that I have.
Unlimited on Verizon. 4 lines, just $45 per line.
Your courtside seat to the action from around the league. See it happen live. Catch the games on your TV and computer. Stream them on your phone and other devices with the new NBA app. Watch live games from wherever you are. Every NBA night is a can't-miss night. NBA League Pass free preview this weekend. To order, call 1-800-GET-SPORTS or visit directtv.com/NBA.
This is Peloton, the indoor cycling experience designed to happen in your home. Only Peloton allows you to take high-energy live and on-demand studio cycling classes without having to go anywhere. Ride live with some of the best studio cycling instructors in the country. Ride flexible with thousands of on-demand rides. Ride connected alongside riders from all around the world. This is fitness evolved. This is Peloton.
Will Cinderella live for one more night? This is it. 8 seconds to go. At the buzzer. He's got it! My goodness!
These guys won't give up.
Here we go, championship week culminating on March 5th. Championship Sunday, the ACC Championship, Notre Dame winning the regular season again. We will be at the SEC Championship and an American Conference semifinal at 5, and then the Big Ten and the Pac-12. Every 2 hours on ESPN2, you've got great basketball. ESPN, the exclusive home of the NCAA Championship, and then the American Championship coming Monday night. A lot of great basketball your way. The Pac-12, how exciting is that tournament going to be? You've got Kelsey Plum, Osahor, leading the country in rebounding, Plum leading the country in scoring. Of course, Stanford always a force to be reckoned with. Oregon State. Johnson at the line. Oregon State and Mississippi State both in the top 10. The only teams in the top 10 who have never, not just this year, but have never had a McDonald's All-American. And that's a testament to very good recruiting and coaching, wouldn't you say?
Exactly. Recruiting those players that you know are going to improve and work hard and play with heart and hustle. And those are the players Vic Schaefer loves, and he's built this program on.
Has a top 20 class coming in next year, and still has made a major impact.
But to put this in perspective, I'm looking, at the stats right now. Tennessee shooting almost 53% from the floor and 62% from the three-point line. Mississippi State is 10th in the nation in scoring defense, and they're 6th in the nation in three-point defense.
And that is not showing up in this game. Mississippi State shooting only 29% from the floor. Johnson has given them some nice punch off the bench. But they need what the crowd wants and is yelling for right now, and that's defense. Nard had it swatted by McCowan, and it still went in.
Jamie Nard has had the answer every time Mississippi State feels like they're making a run. Nard has come back right back down.
The Mississippi State counters. Jamie Nard, one of the most improved players in the SEC this year, with the ball in her hands. Guarded by Chappell. Dillingham with 3 fouls, guarding DeShields. You can't stop that pull-up, right?
And that's what makes her so impressive, her ability to just stop on a dime and elevate over.
Comes from a great athletic family. Morgan Williams.
But right now, they're just trading baskets, and that's not going to get it. They need to get some stops down here on the defensive end.
Diamond's dad, Delino, played in the major leagues, had a basketball scholarship offer from Villanova. Her mom, an All-American track athlete at Tennessee. She's pretty good. Shot clock, very skinny at 2. DeShields got in front of everybody for the rebound. Great effort. Molly Warlick calling the play from the sidelines as we hit 2 minutes to go in the third.
And Vic Schaefer is not used to seeing his team being out-hustled. And he said in that Kentucky game, he felt like they were outworked. And I think they're getting outworked here again tonight.
Jamie Nard with 21 points, coming off a miserable 2 for 10 shooting display against Florida. Has acquitted herself rather nicely today. Dillingham behind the back, buries it. 4th and 5th points for Dillingham.
Mississippi State going into their zone.
Diamond guarded by William, goes over top. That was an easy look inside to Russell.
And again, those looks are too easy. There's just not enough pressure on the passer.
Roshunda Johnson off the bench has 10 points. Shot clock at 4. Reynolds over William. They're just not missing. Shot clock is off. William calls a play.
They're getting it to the hot hand. Gonna let Johnson just make a play.
Nard Got faked out. Johnson with a spectacular third quarter. They were down by 16 at the half. It's a 14-point advantage. But the fans now have something to cheer about in Starkville.
I use my college savings to buy my Domino store. It means everything to me. But I decided to tear it down.
Come and see our remodeled stores when you carry out large 3-topping pizzas for $7.99 each every day.
Picking up for Kyle?
There you go.
You wouldn't put up with part of a pizza.
Something wrong?
So when it comes to pain relievers, why put up with just part of a day?
You want the whole thing?
Yes.
Live whole, not part. Aleve.
Hi, I'm Paul, and I switched to Sprint. And right now, Sprint has this incredible deal on unlimited data, talk, and text.
Seriously?
Yup, it's the best unlimited plan ever, with lines for just $22.50 per month.
That's amazing.
That's 50% off Verizon's new unlimited plan. Can you hear that?
Switch to Sprint and get unlimited data, talk, and text. Plus, get HD video and 10 gigabytes of mobile hotspot. All for just $22.50 per month per line for 4 lines. That's 50% off Verizon and AT&T rates.
This is the Silverado Special Edition.
This is one gorgeous truck.
Oh, did I say there was only one Special Edition? Because actually there's 5.
Nice. Strength and style.
Which one's your favorite?
Come home with me.
It's Truck Month. Find your tag for an average total value over $11,000 on Chevy Silverado All-Star Editions when you finance through GM Financial. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
There's nothing more important to me than my vacation. So when I need to book a hotel, I want someone who makes it easy to find what I want. Booking.com gets it, and with the Book Now, Pay Later feature, I don't have to pay for anything when I book. Come on, Gary!
Your vacation is very important. That's why Booking.com makes finding the right hotel for the right price easy. Visit Booking.com now to find out why we're booking.yeah.
Nature made it delicious. We made it a snack. Chobani Flip.
Welcome back. The good news for Mississippi State, they scored more points in the third quarter than they did in the first half, but the bad news is they can't stop Jamie Nard.
Yeah, just having a tremendous game, and she's doing it in a variety of ways. It started off with her defense, again, up and in passing lanes and finishing strong. And then Diamond DeShields did a great job finding her wide open three. She was 2 for 3 from the three-point line. And then she also took the ball to the basket and she attacked with authority. Really nice all-around game for Jamie Nard.
Jamie Nard, the last couple of games, not shooting the ball well, but she has found her groove against Mississippi State. This is a sellout crowd at 10,500. Yeah, we got here an hour and a half before the game. There were already people in the stands. They were pumped. They were ready. And there you see they have plus 6 points in the third quarter than they did in the entire first half. But the problem is they're not able to stop Tennessee from scoring.
Yeah, they've got to pick up their pressure defensively.
Through 3 quarters of play, Tennessee shooting 56%. In the third quarter, Tennessee 79%, hit 11 of their 14 shots. Johnson, 10 points in the third quarter alone for Mississippi State, missed that shot. So it's got to be disheartening. You shoot 71% from the floor in the third quarter, and you only pick up 2 points. As they were down by 16 after the half.
And this crowd is in the game now. They need to get a stop here.
Shot clock again into the single digits. Nard got tapped by Richardson.
Nard is just playing such a smart game. Gets the defensive player in the air. She probably wasn't going to hit the shot, but she knew she could get to the free throw line.
Jamie Nard is heading back to the free throw line, where she is 5 for 5 today.
And she shoots 88% from the free throw line. Excellent free throw shooter.
Big Monday presented by eBay continues tomorrow night on ESPN with this men's doubleheader. It's North Carolina and Virginia in Charlottesville. Then at 9 Eastern, we take you to Lawrence for Oklahoma and Kansas. Both games stream live on the ESPN app. And watch ESPN. Nard misses something finally. That is her first free throw miss in 7 trips. And the lead is at 15. Johnson starting the quarter after a great scoring quarter in the third. The weave again. Richardson, yes! And the foul.
And this is what they've needed more of, that attacking mindset. Great finish and tremendous emotion. We haven't seen this much emotion since before the game.
Third foul on Nard. Richardson's three-point play. One of the seniors honored before the game. Has played more games than anybody else in the history of this program. That's a low percentage pass. Good steal by McCowan. A lot of contact and a foul on Reynolds. Number 2 on Jordan. Second team foul. Morgan Williams heading to the free throw line.
And Holly Warlick talked about the fact they have to take care of the ball, because if not, Mississippi State is a transition team. They feed off of their defense. And you've seen the last couple of possessions, when Tennessee's turned it over, that's when Mississippi State's at their best.
Holly Warlick's team doing a terrific job in the first half of cutting down on transition points, holding on to the ball well.
10-point game. The crowd is alive.
Nard after the terrific feed from DeShields. Nard has been a rally killer in this game.
And credit to Shields with not forcing that shot. I'd say a month ago she would have forced that shot. Trusting her teammates.
William driving through the bigs. McCowan put it up and off the back of the rim. Still 7.5 minutes left to go in the game. Mississippi State has trailed by as many as 20. DeShields. Reynolds chased it down.
And again, another hustle play by Tennessee.
Rebounding is what percent hustle and effort would you say?
80.
That's a lot.
80%.
Reynolds lost it on the way up, and a foul on the Bulldogs, on Johnson. That is number 2 on her. The Bulldog mascot is here today, by the way. Have you seen him in person?
I haven't.
I mean, the real dog. Reynolds at the line. Jordan Reynolds has a new season high in scoring after that, and Victoria Vivian's coming back in. So Mississippi State making a bit of a run with Vivian's on the bench, and now their leading scorer is back into the ball game. 16 points, new season high for Jordan, and one off her career high. She had 17 against South Carolina last year.
Tennessee now going into their zone.
2 years ago, actually, and there is Richardson. Did she step on the baseline? Yes, she did. Turnover number 9, but only the second one here in the second half.
Tennessee really being patient offensively.
Yeah, the shot clock has gone to the single digits several times during this half. And it is again. The Shields with the miss. Jamie Nard got 2 offensive rebounds, and there's a little push. Vivians involved with another Tennessee player.
I think it was Jordan Reynolds. Nice job by Nard. Just a good hustle play.
That was Mimi Jackson, number 10. Now the officials are going to go over and look at the monitor to see if they should come up with some punishment. Now look at these two programs. Tennessee, between regular season and SEC tournament play, have 35 SEC championships. Mississippi State, 0.
And that's when it's tough, you know, emotionally. You want something so bad. They have a chance to make history here today, and it's just sometimes your emotions get the best of you. And it's not for a lack of effort, but sometimes when you have those high emotions, it can almost paralyze you.
So much on the line as Mississippi State is trying to get a share of what would be their first ever SEC regular season championship. They have won the last 3 in this series after losing the first 36 times they played Tennessee. And as you see from that graphic, no women's team has ever won an SEC tournament title here. So a lot is on the line, and then you add to that, it's senior day, last game of the regular season, and you're playing Tennessee.
And you're coming off of a loss. So anytime you come off of a loss, you're doubting yourself just a little bit. You know, you've had the ability almost all year long to win every game, no matter how close. And all of a sudden, when you lose a game, that little sliver of doubt comes into your mind. And if you're not careful, it can blossom.
Mississippi State has won 13 games in the SEC. That is a new record for them. But the elusive 14 that would give them a share of the SEC title, they couldn't get it done at Kentucky on Thursday, and they have struggled from the get-go here.
Officials calling them. Usually you can tell by the look on the coach's face what the officials have called. It looks like they might just end up calling a jump ball.
Schaefer is 5th year here, spent 15 years as an assistant under Gary Blair, where he won a lot of games.
So Holly does not look happy.
Devin Pethel just came over and told you what's going on.
It was a double dead ball technical foul.
So on Vivians and Jackson. Vic Schaefer took Victoria Vivians out of the game.
He's
cool
talking
off a little bit.
Yeah, he's talking to her right now. I would think he'd get her right back in the game, just making sure she's got a cool, calm head about her.
Jackson's still out there. So a technical foul on Vivians and Jackson, and they count as team fouls. And you're right, after a talk with Vic Schaefer, probably mostly by Vic Schaefer, Vivians goes to the scorer's table and will come in at the next whistle. Smart, right? You take incident like that,
Absolutely.
you get your player out.
Yep, just make sure she's good, and you need her on the court.
And meanwhile, Jackson, who got the technical for Tennessee, buries the jumper. And just like that, the lead's back up to 16. Mississippi State gone cold after getting it down to a 10-point deficit. Cowan gets it to Richardson, who's streaking in.
And they've had good looks all night. They just haven't been able to put those shots down.
And again, the shot clock winding down. Reynolds, some separation from Holmes, who got the offensive rebound. Jasmine Holmes back in there. Dillingham backs away. Nard, discernibly taller, thought she had a block. But instead, that's foul number 4 on Jamie, who has had a spectacular offensive game. Timeout on the floor. Mississippi State gets close, but then Tennessee, especially their 2 big offensive stars, get it going again.
Yeah, DeShields and Nard all game long. Anytime Mississippi State has made a run, those 2 have been the ones that have just taken control of this game. Up big.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Booking.com, Booking.yeah, and Domino's. Order online at Domino's.com.
These 2 could be a problem.
They're going down.
State Farm knows that for every one of those moments, there's one of these.
These 2 could be a problem.
They're going down.
Talk to an agent for help combining your home and auto into a plan that's right for you. Here to help life go right. State Farm.
On the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again. On the road again. Like a band of gypsies, we go down the highway.
No matter which Passat you choose, you get more standard features for less than you expected. Hurry in and you can lease this 2017 Passat S for just $199 a month, plus a $500 President's Day bonus.
Here's to all of you early risers, go-getters, and should-be sleepers from all of us at Delta. Because the ones who truly change the world are the ones who can't wait to get out in it.
A pizza family never cuts corners. We only cut prices. Get a 2-topping pan or large pizza from Papa John's, just $9.99. That's a 2-topping pan or large pizza, only $9.99.
We're more than a pizza company. We're a pizza family. Papa John's.
To those who know that the essence of integrity is a promise kept.
If you've got the time.
Welcome to the High Life.
We've got the beer, Miller beer.
Oh, Devour. So creamy. And the little sounds your crispy bacon makes drive me crazy. You naughty little.
Did you just spank your lunch?
Yeah.
Devour. Food you want a fork.
This is a journey.
Cavs Celtics, Wednesday on ESPN.
Welcome back, Gail Gustencourse. If she were in charge,
which I'm not,
which you should be and you want to be, this is who your picks would be for the major awards in the SEC.
Asia Wilson having another fantastic year. She's in the top 7 in scoring, rebounding, field goal percentage, and blocks. Robin Pishton, Coach of the Year. They were picked 8th by the media. They're going to finish in the top 4, maybe 3rd. And she lost Jordan Frerick. But there were so many great coaches this year. Vic Schaefer, Dawn Staley, Matthew Mitchell, Gary Blair, all those. They all did a fantastic job. Regine Moncrief, 7th in the nation in steals. Love her defense. She's also the top rebounding guard in the SEC. And then Jordan Lewis, 5 times Freshman of the Week for Alabama, and Tierra McCowan, averaging 10 and 7 off of the bench for Mississippi State.
Dillingham just broke a 6-0 Tennessee run. But McCowan today not having a great game. But very few people from Mississippi State having a great game, as evidenced by the score. This kid is Rashonda Johnson, 13 points off the bench. Now, there's no doubt that Mississippi State's going to get a top 16 seed, so they can come back and host in the first and second round of the tournament, but it'll be interesting how this will affect the overall NCAA seedings. Jamie Nard working hard. Got fouled again. McCowan got her.
I just feel like Jamie's done an excellent job of reading the defense all night long and taking what the defense gives her. We've seen her shoot the threes, hesitation, penetrate, get defenses up in the air, and attack them, get to the free throw line.
She's gotten her line a lot, yeah. Super Tuesday presented by CenturyLink continues on ESPN with a doubleheader. ACC basketball, it's Duke and Florida State from Durham, and then after that, SEC stuff as Vanderbilt goes into Lexington to take on number 11 Kentucky. Both games also live on Watch ESPN and the marvelous ESPN app. Nard 2 for 2 on that trip. She is closing in on a career high. She's got 26, one off her career high. Terrific bounce back game for Jamie. Vivians takes it and doesn't make it. That kind of encapsulates what has happened to Mississippi State. Got some good looks in the first half when things started to get away from them. And they're down 16 as we approach 4 minutes to go. They are 23 points under their season scoring average. And they have given up 15 more points than they usually give up, make it 17. Shields can get another three-point play. Johnson's third foul. So we saw Tennessee last year. Remember, they were just kind of so-so, and then they made that deep NCAA run, got to the Elite Eight. Maybe poised for another late run.
Well, we talked to Holly about comparing last year's team to this year's team, and she feels like this year's team is ahead of where last year's team was. She feels like they practice really hard and well together. Sometimes it doesn't show it in the games, but she feels like they're further along, and you can see they're playing with a lot of confidence right now, sharing the ball, trusting one another.
And this will be, barring a miraculous comeback, their 4th win against a top 10 team this year. 4. That's very impressive.
And this SEC tournament is going to be up for grabs. I mean, South Carolina is obviously the favorite, but they've lost during the regular season. Mississippi State now, they're dangerous. They're going to come in with a chip on their shoulder. They let this championship really slip through their fingers. They had it in their grasp. They controlled their own destiny, and they finished with 2 losses. So that's going to be a tough pill to swallow, but I think it'll make them even more determined for the tournament.
Cowan sends Russell to the line. They haven't needed Mercedes scoring today, averaging 16.5 points per game, second best to Shields. She's only got 6 points, and this is not going to make Vic Schaefer happy. Obviously, losing won't, but they have not gotten a field goal in the last 5.5 minutes. Made a bit of a run to cut it to 10. Well, Tennessee just keeps on. They showed a lot of poise, because this has been a really, and not that they don't play in hostile environments, but this was a sold-out gym. People were ready to go before the tip, and now we see a lot of people starting to head to the exits. Holly Warlick must be pleased with the way her team has responded. And you're right, the SEC tournament, which starts on Wednesday, that's going to be a lot of fun in Greenville, South Carolina. McCowan fouled by Russell. Top 4 seeds we know will be South Carolina, Mississippi State, Kentucky, and Missouri, all important because of the double bye. So they don't have to get there for a while. here is your 6th player of the year in the SEC at the line. Some folks head to the exit. Some beautiful day here in the Golden Triangle in Mississippi.
And Vic Schaefer, you know, you can't let 1 or 2 losses define you or this season, because they have done a remarkable job. So they're learning and growing from these experiences.
That being said, you're going to lose your last 2 games of the year with a lot on the line, a chance to get an SEC regular season championship. So you're kind of limping into the SEC tournament. So how do you regroup?
Well, I would think it would put a fire in their belly to say, we're going to get a championship this year. We didn't get it in the regular season. Now let's go get it in the tournament. And they're built for tournament play because of their depth.
Have to be concerned a little bit about their psyche, I would think, going in. Started out 20-0. They're going to finish with a couple of losses to end this regular season. Foul on Chappell. Check that, McCowan. 2:41 left to go. Mississippi State takes a timeout. We are going to keep it here. Diamond DeShields, everybody, the redshirt junior, having a great day. And as you pointed out, not just in scoring, she shared the ball well.
Well, she is. She's done a little bit of everything. She hit threes. She attacked the basket. Really ignited this team. Brought Schaefer to his knees. And she shared the ball. I think that's what I was most impressed with, was she never tried to force anything, let the game come to her, and trusted her teammates. And I think she's elevating the play of the entire team.
In addition to the 18 points and 5 assists, she also has 5 rebounds. And Diamond DeShields is eligible for the WNBA draft, along with Mercedes Russell, because they are redshirt juniors. And we asked both of them before the game what they were thinking.
Yeah, and they both talked about the fact they're just focused on the team. They're focused on this game. They're focused on the tournament. They want to do well. And after this season's all said and done, they're going to think about it, talk to their family about it. Right now on the WNBA draft site, Diamond DeShields is picked as a #1 draft pick to San Antonio, and Mercedes Russell is picked #7. So if they choose to go, they would be very high draft picks. If they choose to stay, look out everybody else, because Tennessee also has the #1 recruiting class coming in.
And look what Jamie Nard just did. A new career high. After a 2 for 10 effort against Florida the last time out. Vivian's got bumped by DeShields, who says, really? Or something like that. That is 3 on Diamond. And Vivian's heads to the free throw line.
Vivian's, she's been one of the few bright spots for Mississippi State today.
Ole Miss right now is beating Texas A&M with about 2 minutes left to go. Boy, what a wacky league this has been. Vivian's delivers. Tennessee +11 on rebounds now against Mississippi State, which is usually a really good rebounding team. Only South Carolina has a higher rebounding margin in the league. So a day that began with a very emotional ceremony with the seniors, particularly for the young lady about to come in, Shanae Okori, who has not scored today. Okori, so impressive, has 1 degree, working on another. She speaks 6 languages.
And you asked her,
which is 5.5 more than I speak.
You asked her what's her favorite language.
French, because?
The language of love.
That is a great answer for Okori, who was in there. And in really all seriousness, this is a kid who started playing basketball at 16, left Nigeria. Her father had passed away a few months before she came to prep school in Boston. She has not seen her family in 6 years, including a twin sister.
And she said her twin sister encouraged her to go. And this has become her family.
It's one reason why she was so emotional before the game. She got fouled, take away the basket. She gave a lot of credit to Johnny Harris, who recruited her and said has been like a second mom to her. But that, you talk about guts. I mean, she's a kid from Nigeria and has improved every single season. Working on her second bachelor's degree here. And just, we had a great talk with her, just a great visit. Very impressive individual. She's been on the honor roll every year she's been here. 6 languages. But a senior day that will be one that Vic Schaefer would like to forget. But again, they're going to come back here and play in this gym again. They can reset for the SEC tournament. Mississippi State continuing to miss. Going 7 minutes now without a field goal.
Yeah, this is a video that Vic might need to just put away. You know, you want to break down every single video. Where did we go wrong? Well, I blame a lot of this on senior night and on a Tennessee team that was very, very ready to play, extremely confident. So give credit to Tennessee. This was a tough night.
Yeah, they have played very well. Jamie Nard with 30 points. Diamond with 20. So just those two alone have almost outscored Mississippi State. 50 points between the two. Chappell, one of the seniors who was honored before the game, hits the three. Mississippi State takes its final timeout with the minute 8 left to go.
And I think it was just a timeout, a substitution timeout. Vic Schaefer wants to get his seniors out, I think, and allow this.
Yeah, it was just a sub timeout.
To just really appreciate.
They got terrific standing ovations in the pregame ceremony, and again, they will have a chance to see them in the first and second rounds of the NCAA. Mississippi State, seniors, 104 wins, previous 4 years, a sub 500 team. Vic Schaefer gave them all kinds of credit. It really does take a leap of faith, doesn't it, to come here, a program that has not been a winner, to come to Starkville, Mississippi, and really turn this thing around.
And look what they've built. You know, Holly Warlick was talking. She said, we used to play here, and we could hear our radio guy because there was nobody in the stands.
2 more for Russell, and the radio guy is all the way across the court. He's not sitting next to him. He's all the way across the court. The top 11 attended games, highest attendance games, all have come under Vic Schaefer in the last 5 years. But you're right, this is, you want to flush this one and move on to Greenville. Do you think this knocks the Mississippi State out of a possible #1 seed with the way they played today, or can they play their way back into one?
I think they can play their way back in. I think they'll probably have to win the SEC tournament or at least get to the championship. And then it'll depend on what happens in some of the other conferences, the ACC in particular.
Charlie Cream, our excellent bracketologist, is going to have to reshuffle the deck again after today. Jordan Reynolds had an outstanding first half. And now the seniors come out to get a standing ovation from the fans and a big hug from their head coach. I like that move. You get all the seniors in and then take them out at the same time. But they'll play here again.
And these fans, they appreciate the hard work, the hustle, and everything that this team and these players have brought, not just to them, but to the entire community. It's a fun style of play to watch on most days.
This was not one of those days. Johnson, great off the bench. 16 points. But Tennessee is heading into the SEC tournament on a huge upswing, a terrific win at Mississippi State. They break a 3-game losing streak to the Bulldogs. And Vic Schaefer and his team got to figure some things out before they go to Greenville. as they fall 82-64, a career high 30 points for Jamie Nard, 20 for Diamond DeShields, and a very impressive Lady Vol victory.
Well, it was. It was a complete game. They showed a lot of poise, a lot of heart, a lot of hustle. Made most of the hustle plays all game long. Mississippi State kept trying to make runs, but Tennessee had an answer every single time.
Diamond DeShields, great overall game. And the SEC regular season has come to a close. South Carolina with the top seed, Mississippi State number 2. A&M just lost up the road or down the road in Oxford. So the seedings will be figured out. Missouri and Kentucky have to go to a tiebreaker because they split their 2 games during the regular season. Tennessee has the 5th seed, and Missouri, we're just told, has a tiebreaker over Kentucky. So Missouri, boy, Robin Pinchton got a 3 seed after being picked, what, 8th
by the
preseason?
media. Very impressive.
We can't wait for the SEC tournament. We will see you there starting on Wednesday as Tennessee beats Mississippi State 82-64. Coming up next, men's billiards, the Challenge of Champions, as we say so long from Starkville. Pam Ward for birthday girl Gail Gestencourt. A terrific game for Holly Warlick and the Tennessee Lady Vols as they win it 82-64. Goodbye from Starkville. Let's take you to men's billiards.